believe.
We're kind of staying, you know, in the north, in the Scandinavian territory right now.
We're not going above 0 degrees, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Like it's
okay.
We're not going to hit you with any of the like southern business, you know. We're going to stay here, but definitely Voravi, you know. It kind of let us hang in a little bit right now. Let's see how far he makes it. He was supposed to be commentating today as well, but the guy's just so good at the game that it's ended up here to play against Faifre.
It's a darn shame. It's a darn shame indeed. As we'll get into the history in just a little bit, but frankly, let's get into the gameplay right now. Now, Squirtle Joker. Actually, a really fun, kind of like duo to commentate, like duo to play as well. Like, very rushed down. Squirtle's small enough that Joker can't abuse the kind of campy play style. They just have to go at each other with raw frame data. Just throw numbers at him, Faifre. Come on!
And the numbers are coming through for sure. Faifre coming through. A little bit of a footstool there as well. Didn't really do too much, but sometimes, you know, if Squirtle goes for that side B, and you footstool him out of it, that's just disaster.
Baby.
You're stuck in like 50 seconds of lag or something. It's insane.
You can go out, you can get yourself a coffee, a or something like that.
Yeah, plenty of time for that one. Now, off the Squirtle though we go, because we have 99% on that Joker, and that means Ivysaur time.
It's Ivysaur time, as they're coming through. A little bit of Ivy edge guarding. So what you'd like to see, that Arsene showed up and then he left, all right? Sorry, Fresh, but it looks like he's out. As, unfortunately, not able to make it back. He's going to get back to center stage. Voravi looking very, very helpful right now.
Yeah, trying to read a little bit of a jump in right there with that low up air from Voravi, but now Faifre, he's struggling a little bit against this PT. Nice dashback grab right there to get that forward, though. Keep the pressure on Faifre here on that ledge, but now with the Charizard out here, the third of the bunch, that is just danger waiting to happen.
Certainly is. This is where things do get dangerous, because obviously you've swapped to Charizard because you do want that kill, you want that F-tilted ledge, you want to throw something like that. But the issue is Joker now has a big, tasty target to deal with. And all of a sudden, absolutely reverse. The Charizard comes out, we get about 50, 60, and Voravi going down to Faifre.
Yeah, and look there, Faifre nodding his head in the player game as well. He was very satisfied with that, turning that situation around after eating this much damage. And now the Squirtle is out, and as you said, maybe using the very low hitbox, or the small hitbox of the Squirtle to maybe get that kill early. But instead going back to the Ivysaur, going back to the Trident 2, going back to the middle of the bunch, and trying to go at as safe a kill as possible. Now Faifre can just search for the distance, search a little bit for the more camping place, more defense.
That's a good play. It's a good play. We're starting to see it fly. The forward tilt does go. There we go. The forward tilt finally coming through from the Charizard, and we can go back to Squirtle. Not the healthiest Squirtle in the world, but no Arsene to speak of, so he's got a little bit of freedom. All right. Tries to read the double jump. Not going to do it, but the platform drop is very crisp and tasty. And Tether as well. What a string!
What a down tilt to start this one off as well. Voravi with the pivot cancel. Another one right there. Seems to be one of the best options that Voravi has on this Squirtle, and hasn't gotten done some so far, but look at that Arsene strength right there. What a confirm to the up air as well is going to take and slap that very light Squirtle out of there. That was such an early kill.
Yeah, good stuff. Voravi's Squirtle is actually cracked. I think it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
But if you just swapped to Ivysaur a little bit sooner, would have been all right. Faifre a little bit scared of the Ivysaur edge guarding.
Yeah.
I think he was going for the same thing he went with before, which is he basically just delays his recovery, and if he's got Arsene, he goes slightly at an angle so that the Ivysaur downer doesn't hit. But maybe just waited a little bit too long. Time for some Squirtle strings.
It looked a little bit silly, but you know, sometimes you try to go for some of the more out there stuff, and of course that leaves you a little bit more vulnerable to mistakes. And Faifre unfortunately making that one, but it's not over at all, because now the Squirtle is out, switching to the Ivysaur because Arsene super scary. We saw how early that killed earlier, where that Squirtle died like 50 or something, and Voravi definitely wanting to avoid that.
Yeah, Voravi definitely scared from the early Squirtle death there. Going to try and find his way back with Ivysaur, but the regrab is going to get punished. And Faifre catches that recovery.
Yep, so slices the ground, and as the Ivysaur is trying to get on that with that neutral get up, gets him right there.
He's trimming the hedges, man. What can I say?
Getting rid of some of the leaves, you know, using some good old tea, you know.
Yeah, pulling weeds.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting game. Let's talk a little bit about the history of these two.
I was about to ask you, because you alluded to that, and I'm not aware, so fill me in.
So these two, while they have a little bit of history, so to speak. So both of these players, I think, in different ways, are quite underrated in this tournament. So Voravi, for example, someone who no one really kind of very much a dark horse, all right, was pretty much almost seeded to make it into that Sacred Six. Qualified yesterday, of course, very confidently, and now has been playing very, very hot. Faifre, of course, someone who was not invited, but a lot of people said they should have been. Faifre probably, was definitely the top seed of qualifier yesterday, and is really, really favored to do some serious damage in this tournament tonight. And so both of them underweighted in different ways, but now they've got to fight each other super early. And speaking of that history, there is even more. These two have played before, but it was over Wi-Fi. And if it is what to be believed, Voravi was not happy about that loss.
Ooh, all right, so, well, let's see if he can redeem himself right here. So far, it's looked quite even, I would have to say. You know, Faifre had a nice read at the end of the last game, but Voravi has been putting in some work, especially with that Squirtle that is out right now. Gets a nice little 1-2 to send Faifre off stage, and then keeps it going with the Ivysaur. Some more coming on the back here. The Razor Leaf into the up, and look at that damage climbing here onto the Joker. Ooh, waiting it out, but doesn't quite get a hitbox to connect.
That was good stuff right there. And they're not going to connect, just slowly avoiding around it. Down air would have been dirty, but alas, the Arsene has disappeared. Great boxing coming out the side of Voravi. See if they can make it out, get a grab. There's the down throw sent up into the air. Not that much of a mix-up. Downward gun's going to keep him safe. That could be it as the grab comes out. I'm going to see a back air going nice and deep. Ooh, the neutral guns. What an option.
Yeah, and the neutral guns coming just blazing all across, you know, but it was a nice high recovery from Voravi using that tether. Oh, what a spot dodge read. Voravi just barely getting through that. He was almost having his heart and soul red on that one, but it's not Charizard, and the Charizard means a big, heavy body for Faifre's Joker to play with.
Excellent. Voravi swapping to that Charizard, getting very heavily punished. Faifre seems very comfortable playing against that Charizard. I'm going to say to Voravi what I said to Nintendo 2 years ago. No more Charizard. I'm sick of it. Get him out.
I like Charizard.
All right, but that's upset a lot of people. Wow. They hated Nut Roast because he spoke the truth.
Well, we're going to have to talk about that after the cast. We're going to have a little bit of a discussion going on, but let's get back to the match here. Well, maybe I would definitely advise Voravi at least to stay away from the Charizard just a little bit, because it really hasn't worked at all, has it?
Yeah, no, he got one F tilt at the start, but you know what? I guess that is the sword of Charizard. You know, you do take a lot of risks bringing him out, but my goodness, the reward factor is so skewed. As trying to go for a reset as Squirtle. Good stuff.
Oh my God!
Clash.
What? Forward smash clashing with down tilt? What is this?
That was nuts right there. Obviously, very, very dangerous for Squirtle right now. The Ivysaur is out. Going to see if we have to swap the Charizard for a recovery. Instead, the tether is there. Going to try and make it back safe, but instead, the jump is caught by the back air.
Oh yeah, and that is so scary. I mean, the Squirtle almost died, and then you switch to Ivysaur to get a little bit of that extra weight to maybe live longer, but you're not gonna live a Arsene back air. This just the last, so now back to the Squirtle we go. The Charizard back in a short appearance as he has to, but let's see what he can do right here.
That was a great switch as well. I don't think a lot of people really pay much attention to like how the characters are ordered in that sense. So like swapping from Ivysaur to Charizard is normally kind of terrible in the sense that if someone's going to hit you, they're going to have even more space because you're changing from one character into a much bigger hurt box. But when you're in disadvantage, you swap from Charizard to Squirtle, suddenly you're making the opponent whiff, and you can really punish hard as Squirtle.
Yeah, and yeah, as you said, you know, Squirtle then coming through with that nasty combo. Even has some good confirms at higher percent, so let's not count this character out. Like, usually one of the least used Pokemon in that trio, but still works out quite well. And Faifre with a nice wine whip there is going to close out that stock, so 73%. Now the differential between these two players here, the Nordic clash coming through between Norway and Sweden. How is it going to end the second game? Is Voravi going to make a comeback here? He's trying to get something started with there, but quickly interrupted by the Joker.
See what they can do. Grab not going to come through. Voravi playing nice and patient with the Squirtle. Down tilts to get some stuff going, but at Arsene about halfway there. Voravi is going to have to pull out something quite clutch, or he's going to have to be very, very evasive. 101 on the Squirtle, one catch, and he is dead. But he feels confident. He wants that 50. He wants the Squirtle combo. He knows he can do it. He's got confidence, and confidence is what you need against a character, against a player such as Faifre.
Yeah, I definitely see some confidence right now because he's staying on Squirtle at 106%. That is some spicy stuff. But he wants the combo. He wants to get the damage done. He gets right now, gets the jab. Actually, just shielded by Faifre. I don't know how that works, but you know, Faifre will certainly take that, gets rid of the combo, gets rid of the damage, and Arsene just a few ticks away, and there it is. Voravi though, getting the setup potentially into an upper, but it says going to Adosh off stage, and the tether is not going to make it. Going down 2-0 right now. A little bit of an unfortunate finish for sure, but Voravi now on the ropes.
That is true. We've seen a lot of fight, a lot of might from Voravi, but Faifre is feeling very
One thing I have to say, your comment saying, well, Bazard is cool.
See? He agrees with me.
Numbers, my man.
Zard is bullcrap. We are even now.
There we go. All right, good. We've got. You know what? I'll take a poll after this is done.
Oh yeah, let's take a poll. Actually,
Let's take a poll.
Hugo,
Can we run a poll?
Hugo, run a poll.
Can we run a poll?
Is Charizard
is
cool?
Charizard based or cringe? I want to know. All right, run the poll.
Everybody,
let the people speak.
Yeah, let the people speak, guys. We need all of your guys' input on that one. As we maybe get some more input from Voravi here, depending on how much he uses the Charizard, maybe give you guys a little bit of a visual, you know?
That would be good. That would be very good. As back in the neutral right now, obviously Voravi wants that Squirtle 50, wants a nice little string, but Faifre getting a lot more confident at playing against the Squirtle. This is looking very good. Water gun fully charged, but can't imagine it's really going to come into play. A great up tilt right there. That was a good little mix.
Nice little hold down there on the up B as well. Get that extra damage, get that extra knockback as well. But Arsene is going to be the result of that. So big boy Arsene now here. Oh, that block though into the down smash. That is a lot of damage. Doesn't quite kill from center stage, but do not underestimate the strength of Squirtle.
Yep, and here it goes. Swapping out of Squirtle is basically going into disadvantage for Faifre, but that is all right. This Ivysaur can get the job done. We have seen that Voravi has really, really cool aerial strings, and this Ivysaur has proved successful before. So it's okay if you're taking that 50. It's okay if you're taking a bit of damage. Charizard is here. Going to see if we can find a spike. Instead, trying to go for a forward tilt, but the get-up attack is just a bit too strong. Up smash to try and catch that little butterfly. Not going to come through just yet.
Yeah, well, the butterfly has lost his wings as Arsene is now back into the folds there. The mask back on the face. So Faifre, especially against the Charizard, is going to work a little bit more, get those percents a little bit higher, because even at 123, I think you're going to live for quite a while here on that big ball. And there it is. Yeah, the down smash miss on that is going to be punished by one of the quickest up smashes in the game.
Yeah.
So that kind of speaks for Charizard a bit, I would say.
I guess so, but I'm talking more in general right now.
Well.
As there's that Squirtle 50, Voravi. Squirtle, good job, come back, as the Nair is going to get caught by the dash attack. Just barely surviving there. Fantastic. Obviously a flare blitz.
Yeah, smart by Faifre just to go down. There's only one recovery route that Voravi would have gone for, and it was that one that was countered quite nicely by Faifre right there.
Good stuff, good stuff. Sent up with the up air as well. Double up air, we've seen this before. Better watch out, as good drift from the Squirtle as well. Going to swap the Ivysaur for the counter. Speaking of counters, going to come through. Just a little bit of Arsene left. Going to try and get a spike up smash.
Ooh, there's the damage there. With that side B enhanced as well, of course. Off stage now we go. He has to go for the flawless. Does actually just stops at the shield for some reason.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good stuff, good stuff. And see if this Charizard can find a Nair, find anything. Instead of going back to the Squirtle and see what we can do. Probably just a bit of a catalyst for that Ivysaur coming back and see if they can get him off stage. Find a bit of a spike.
Ooh, yeah, oh, that is dangerous right there. Squirtle, of course, being this light. I think the second lightest character in the game. Is a little bit in danger of actually dying to that back throw right there. But Voravi had good DI towards that corner, so staying alive. Dash attack coming through. Ivysaur a little bit heavier. Who 106 is going to live for a little bit longer. Look at that Vine, which is good of the pressure. And Faifre is going to have to find another entrance, as is Voravi now off stage. He goes once again.
Go for the
cancel. Gets a little bit of fight, gets there. Now it's a reversed situations right here, but neither player really converting nothing into anything. But there is the back air just to pressure the shield. Voravi dropping that shield a little bit too early.
It's going to be very, very difficult. Voravi, very comfortable on this Squirtle, has decided, you know what, this is the character I'm finding the most success in neutral with. Tries to go for a very hard read.
Hey! One more! There he gets the second one, tries to get a third one maybe to finish it off. Instead gets like a little bit of a pop up there with the back air. Not converting off that though. As the Razor Leaves are coming through. The reflector from Faifre set up with the downer, but no kill confirmed whatsoever. Gets the showers up, but that is an Arsene with Joker, and you're a big boy now. You have a massive third box, you're heavy, you're combo food, but the up B, he flies through the heavens and takes Faifre with him.
Great stuff, great stuff. Very calm under pressure, absolutely hunted by Faifre, but Squirtle is back. We need that combo. We need them numbers so that the other boys can get in and get to work. Just trying to find an opening right there. That should be it. Great patience as well. Still, Faifre able to escape for now. Up tilt. Harry.
I like that Voravi is not over-committing on these squirtle combos, rather taking just the safe damage and then backing off, trying to reset that situation, not trying to get any more percents because he saw how that ended last time. Well, as I say that, kind of committing to that down smash, still going out quite well as he keeps up the pressure against Faifre now with that Arsene back in play.
There's the stuff forced up into the air forward. They're going to go wide, but the down tilt is so strong. 77 on the side of Joker right now. Arsene still got a little bit left. We do not see much Squirtle versus Arsene in this matchup. Okay, barely escaping there. Keep it coming, Voravi. Fantastic stuff. Going for the aggressive option. Arsene is gone. If he can find a read on this Ivysaur, it will be it. 101 on Joker, but now he's off stage. We have seen the damage Faifre can do when they're off stage. Goes for the down air. Fantastic stuff.
That's just the freeing blow to get out of the corner there. Voravi definitely doing some work right now, 113, but slowly but surely the damage that Joker does very deceptive. Doesn't really look like much, but Voravi now on 100% of his own. Because the Joker a little bit lighter, but that drag down could be absolutely dangerous because that Aspect has a lot of oomph to it right now. Both players just looking for a setup. Oh my goodness, he actually switches off into the Charizard. Now just barely moves it. Faifre actually getting out of the situation as well, getting the grab, now sending Voravi into the disadvantage, but actually resetting the situation into neutral once again. So both players just looking for that final blow right now. The back air could have been one of them. He's just threatening with it. The up throw does hit the top platform that would have killed and threats the needle between those platforms right now.
If Charizard clutches it, I'll eat my words as the wall drop comes through. Fantastic guns. Charizard now off stage. Are we going to get a swap flare blitz to make it back? What is your option? How do you get back? Got a big body, run up shield, dash shield. Suddenly the Ahar's coming through. Arsene almost here. You've got to make it nice and soon. You've got to go for something. An up smash coming out.
Oh.
That could be it. He's based. He's based.
Oh my goodness, Dutch Roast is a believer now.
I've been converted.
And we do have the results of the poll. It was a tie with 12-12, but now that you've changed alliances, that means Zard is based!
Zard is based!
Zard is based, boys, let's go.
Congratulations. I am a believer.
Ah, beautiful. Well, but that, of course, means now that Charizard is officially based, that the set is going to be continuing as well as he clutched it on the top platform with the Geothrow. I think it's called something along those lines.
Seismic toss, maybe?
Seismic toss, yeah. Sorry, it's was a little bit of a mix-up.
Judo sounds a lot cooler, I'll ask you that.
It's a German name. What's the direct translation of the German name?
Ah.
Because the German is, for everybody in chat, Geowurf, just so you know. So that is some international insight for you guys to chew on.
And that's what's beautiful, you know. We've got English, German, Norway, Sweden.
Some French dude apparently as well.
Yeah, some French guy who's going around. I've got Broom. I'm trying to get him out.
Yeah,
it's like a possum. You know, we're just trying to.
Kind of been pestering us a little bit from the side, you know? Yeah.
Anywho, back into the game. Obviously, speaking of pests, speaking of little annoyances, this Squirtle, every nickel and dime, all right? It's almost like, it's like playing Bayonetta into a super heavy. Like, Faifre just kind of has to accept that he is going to take this Squirtle 50 from Voravi, because Voravi's so consistent with it. Honestly, I think Voravi's Squirtle is nuts.
It's a very great starter for like every single stock, right? He just gets everything started so well. And 50%, let's not underestimate how much that actually is. How much other characters have to work for that. And for Squirtle, just the one hit, one down tilt, one forward tilt, up tilt, any of these, right? And Squirtle just runs with it.
Well, let's find out as guns coming through. Obviously, we're starting to see this sort of mix up as that air dodge read like a goddamn book right there. Ivysaur trying to make his way back. A swap to the Charizard though.
Beautiful.
Checkmate situation.
Beautiful stuff from Faifre, as you said. Just checkmate right there. Once again, using all the resources off stage, Voravi does. And then is forced into that low recovery. And Faifre just dropping, can't get there. Trying to get the spike. Instead, the swap is going to come through to dodge that. But the back air, of course, still the punish after that. Massive damage now on the Ivysaur already. Very close to a lap right here from Faifre, and he's playing clean right now.
Yeah, going absolutely nuts. Was not happy about that last game. As trying to read the fast forward, instead the back air is going to come out. Pretty decent damage. Pretty decent kill chance. But that tether coming through, Faifre, a smile on his face. And this is what I like about Faifre. He's got such a great attitude towards the game. He does. You can always see him laughing, bobbing his head, smiling. He's a really lovely guy, all right? But let's see if love can bloom on the battlefield as Ivysaur going for a bit of a string.
Now, right now, the only thing blooming is the Ivysaur as he's trying to get some damage, and damage he does get right now. Look at that back air into the net. The back is such a good setup tool, not only for the nairs, like an early percents for some damage, but also into the wine whip for a potential kill confirm. And Voravi certainly looking for that setup on the platform. Arsene is not going to help in that regard, but now, as we reset to neutral, that Arsene is going to be deadly.
Yeah, here it comes. Are we going to see another Tetragon? There it is.
And it's coming back through. And the Tetracard, as you said, is going to get that counter in there, going to get that damage there, going to get that stock in there now. The stock lead coming through for Faifre here. The Swede poising himself to take that set.
Yeah, let's see what they can do. Squirrel is here. I like that Voravi has a bit more confidence to play Squirrel into Arsene now. Because at the start, it was like, okay, if Arsene comes out, I'm swapping to Ivysaur. I need the weight just in case I get hit. Whereas Voravi's new strategy is, oh, I'm just not going to get hit. It seems to be working decently well, but still Faifre lapping, Flame Horizoning for Voravi right now. This could be the final interaction of the tournament. He doesn't play his cards right.
Beautiful back air into up there into the Vime. Beautiful stuff there from Voravi, and now the not a good chance are coming out here for Voravi. I want to see that game 5, and frankly, so do I, man.
Yeah, I would agree, but it's a mountain to climb. 99 on the Ivysaur. Faifre could end it at any moment. We are definitely seeing an Arsene before this game is said and done, so it's up to Voravi to play like a man possessed, to play like a man who has never ned before. Fantastic stuff set out. Here we go.
Definitely. Oh, almost getting the spike, but a little bit, of course, on the up B as well at the start, and grabbing the ledge just in case there. And now he's trying to set him to the vine with the dash attack coming through, dodging under these razor leaves. The side B is going to miss just barely. The tether is interrupted. He has to go for the Charizard, but doesn't have a jump left, and that is going to be the set. Faifre is going to take it.
Fantastic stuff. Well played by both of those players, but Faifre, what a force to be reckoned with. Meet him online, meet him in flesh and blood. He'll take you apart all the same. Fantastic stuff from the Swedish monster.
All right, let's see if we can get the Swedish monster around the block to join us here on the caster desk. I think we are, so it's all going to come through.
As we're moving on, just going to bring him over, have a couple of words, all right? But my goodness, that was a high-octane set, and the crowd was really feeling it.
Yeah, especially when it got very close towards the end there. There was some not a chance coming through as well to give that last bit of support to Voravi. Didn't work out in the end, but I appreciate the support for both these players in the crowd for sure.
Well, let's welcome our winner. Let's welcome Faifre. Hello there, my friend. How are you feeling?
Hey guys.
Hey.
It's all right, take a moment.
It's me, Faifre. Let's see here. So, Voravi is pretty good.
Yeah, that was...
he was warming up with Tsun before this, like a lot. I guess he was like probably the most prepared for the matchup he's ever been. I, on the other hand, was beating up a level 3 Pokemon Trainer CPU in training mode.
God damn.
And that seemed to work better, so...
Oh, there you go.
Actually, that's the thing that Armada did. Like, to get ready for sets, I've heard that he would go into, like, a training routine was like, you go into the training mode and you just beat up a CPU.
I mean,
is it better is it better if it's level 3? Or
yeah, it shouldn't be too good, honestly.
Oh.
You should just, like, be able to recognize the situations and all that. I've been doing that for a while. It usually works pretty well, honestly.
Well, clearly.
If you have nothing to do.
Excellent. Well, I want to talk to you about your performance yesterday going into today, because we were talking and we think you've been a little bit underrated. Would you agree?
No. I've been shit at this game for so long.
Yeah.
And I've only really got... I would say that after Tech Republic, where I got 25th, that's where I actually, like, got pretty good at this game.
Was that before or after VCA 2021?
That was way after.
Okay, because didn't you do quite well at VCA as well?
But that's just making it out of pools. That's,
okay.
That's not, like, that's cool and all. It was a great achievement for the moment, but I don't think that it's, like, if you're really practicing the game, that it's not that hard to get out of pools at a major.
Well, nevertheless, you've done a damn fine job today.
But at Tech Republic, I managed to win 2 rounds after getting out of pools.
Oh, all right.
And got some great wins. Ambil, Polynomis, and Johnny, my guy, Johnny.
Shout out to Johnny, the classic Lucario.
And I feel like after that point, I've actually been pretty good at the game.
Sweet.
Before that, there were so many ways I was inconsistent and stuff. And I still was, and after that point too. But we'll see. Maybe I'll flop now, and and I'm still not
Well,
consistent, but whatever.
With that in mind, I would like to ask a question, if that's all right, because frankly, Faifre, I think I like talking to you. You know, you've got a lovely face, you've got a wonderful mentality, you're a lovely guy, and that's what I'm curious about, you know, because seeing you on the player cam, it looks like you've got a fantastic mentality. You know, I'm always seeing you smiling, like bobbing up and down, like if you SD, I've never seen. It looks like someone's just giving you a candy bar.
Right.
Like what's
listen up. So, if you SD, all right, imagine how cool it would be if you still take that game.
Ah, yeah, that's the mentality. I love
That's
it. I love
goat
it.
mentality right there.
So
would you say that this positive mindset like helps you a lot, or is it something you don't really think about?
It helps a lot.
Nice.
If you have the mentality that something stupid happening is like undeserved or makes the game like null, void, like doesn't matter anymore, I had that mentality. I used to play with shoutouts to Bali, the peach who used to live in my region. He's so good at drawing stitch faces, and that's because of that's why I discovered that I had that problem. That it was like I felt like I would start blaming outside factors and take that as an excuse not to try. A lot of people do it subconsciously. They look for reasons not to try, because now they feel that they don't have to worry about the results anymore. You know, you can just say, you lose, oh, it was stupid. Now I don't need to try anymore, because if I lose, I can just say, oh, he got a stitch face, so he cheated. But if you have the mentality that it's not like that, and that it would be cool to win anyway, and that you really look at like what yourself you look at yourself and what you really want in the moment, right? And not let things like that decide for you.
That's beautiful. That's inspiring, man. That's wonderful. Excellent.
And I think if you can have that mindset naturally, that's all right. That's another thing. I could talk for so long about Smash, but what's natural to you is essentially how good you are at the game. What's natural and what you can naturally bring up with focus, that's how good you are at the game.
Beautiful. Well, you can see it in spades and why you're doing so well here at the tournament. Thank you very much, and fabulous work. Looking forward to seeing you deeper in your run, my friend.
Yep. See you later.
Thank you very much, Faifre.
Have fun, man. Yeah,
go grind against some level 3 CPUs. Go give them hell. Give them one from your old buddy Nut Roast.
Do that. You need to play some as well.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll change my notes. Hold on.
Good, but you also need to play versus real.
Switch it up. All right, makes sense. Yeah,
Sorry,
just
okay,
write that down. Thank you so much, man.
Sweet. Fabulous.
All right, so now that we have all that, we're basically going to become pro players. So expect us to see us on the mic never, because we're going to be on stage next. No.
Excellent. Right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's going to be it from us for now. We're going to go to a little bit of a short break to switch off commentators, and then we're going to be right back.
Take it easy, gang.